Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've been tossing and turning, struggling to get a full, uninterrupted night of rest, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're unpacking the specific, science-backed daily habits you need to stop those frustrating middle-of-the-night wake-ups. We're going to figure out how to finally get you the restorative sleep your body really craves. We'll be looking closely at some simple, highly actionable steps that can literally transform how you sleep. And yeah, you can start using these as early as tonight.
So, are you waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. on a regular basis? Man, it is frustrating, right? If you're over 60, you might be experiencing this exhausting disruption every single night. You just toss and turn, stare at the clock, and wonder why on earth your body just won't stay asleep. But here's the absolute most important thing you need to know right out of the gate. You definitely shouldn't ignore it, and you absolutely shouldn't just wave it off and accept it as a normal part of getting older. No way.
Now, it is totally true that our sleep architecture naturally becomes a bit lighter as we get older. The way our bodies rest does shift for sure, but waking up multiple times every night, that is not something you should simply resign yourself to. Aging naturally makes our sleep lighter, yes, but the real thieves stealing your deep rest are usually these small, hidden mistakes in your daily routine. The really good news we're exploring today is that tweaking these tiny daily habits can make a massive, massive difference in fixing this. Okay, so here's our roadmap to rest. We're going to cover the 3 a.m. wake-up call, winning your morning, afternoon habits for better rest, the evening wind down, when to see a doctor, and finally, the deep sleep payoff. Let's jump right into part 1, the 3 a.m. wake-up call, and really understanding the root of the problem. You know, building a perfect night of deep sleep is actually a process that kicks off the exact second you open your eyes. As this 24-hour timeline shows, great sleep doesn't just magically happen when your head hits the pillow. It's actually the result of a chain reaction, a reaction of choices you make all day long, during the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. When we wake up in those dark, lonely hours of the early morning, our first instinct is usually to blame, our mattress, the room temperature, or just getting older. But actually, the real solution requires us to take a much broader look at our entire day.
Moving right along to part 2. Winning your morning, setting your internal clock.
The magic number here is 20 to 30. Getting 20 to 30 minutes outside in natural sunlight right after waking up is it's absolutely crucial. Why? Well, because morning light acts as this direct signal to your brain. It immediately halts the production of melatonin and basically hits the start button on a biological timer. And that timer is going to make falling asleep later that night significantly easier. By getting that bright, natural light early in the day, you are literally programming your body for rest. It's like resetting a giant internal clock.
All right, part 3, afternoon habits for better rest, daytime choices. Our next crucial number is 30. Even just a 30-minute walk or some gentle stretching during the day can dramatically improve your sleep quality. Staying active is so vital for burning off that daytime energy and physically preparing the body for rest. But, and this is a big but, there is a catch here. You really need to make sure you avoid any intense exercise late in the evening. Keep the heavy lifting and intense activity for the daytime, and your body will definitely thank you at night. Okay, so you also need to carefully monitor your afternoon and evening liquids. Here's a crazy fact. Caffeine has a half-life of up to 6 hours, meaning that 4 p.m. cup of coffee is still buzzing around in your brain at 10 p.m. So cut out all caffeinated drinks, and yes, that includes coffee, tea, cola, and energy drinks right after lunchtime. Also, if you really want to avoid that 2 a.m. wake-up, you've got to limit your water intake right before bed. That's going to drastically reduce those super frustrating nighttime bathroom trips. Now let's ease into part 4, the evening wind down, preparing the brain. When it comes to nutrition, you really want to trade those heavy, spicy, or greasy evening meals for much lighter options. See, digesting a massive meal keeps your core temperature high and your body working hard, exactly when it should be powering down. So try to avoid heavy meals within 3 hours of bedtime. Instead, go for easy-to-digest foods. Think oatmeal, bananas, yogurt, almonds, warm milk, turkey, or some grilled chicken. These specific foods are fantastic because they're packed with nutrients like magnesium and tryptophan that actively support healthy sleep.
Now, here is a rule that I know is tough, but it is absolutely necessary. You've got to give yourself 1 full hour of screen-free time before bed. Just 1 hour. Phones, tablets, and TVs emit blue light, and that blue light acts like an artificial sun. It is literally telling your brain to stay awake, suppressing the natural hormones your body so desperately needs to initiate sleep. Seriously, give yourself that 1 essential screen-free hour. It's a total game changer.
Think of your evening as a pre-sleep runway. You want to land the plane gently, right? Step 1. Start by taking a warm shower to drop your core temperature and relax those tense muscles. Step 2. Transition to reading a physical book or listening to some calming music. And step 3. Cap it all off with just 5 minutes of slow, deep breathing to signal to your nervous system that it is officially safe to power down. These 3 intentional steps build this incredibly relaxing routine that just eases your mind right into deep sleep. Which brings us to part 5. When to see a doctor. Recognizing medical conditions. While all these daily habits are incredibly powerful, it's really crucial to watch out for specific red flags. If you've been dealing with insomnia for weeks on end, if you snore loudly, if you ever find yourself stopping breathing during sleep, or if you feel just extremely tired every single day despite resting, you should absolutely talk to your healthcare provider. I cannot stress this enough. It is so important to realize that sleep problems can sometimes be caused by highly treatable medical conditions. Please, don't suffer in silence if these warning signs are popping up for you.
Finally, part 6, the deep sleep payoff. Why this matters.
Deep sleep isn't just a luxury, guys. It is a biological necessity. It's literally the armor that protects your heart health. It's the overnight maintenance crew that supports your brain function and keeps you sharp. And it's the internal filing system that preserves and consolidates your memories. Ultimately, prioritizing deep sleep as you age is quite literally one of the most powerful things you can possibly do to boost your overall health and ensure your long-term vitality.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I have a challenge for you. Will you try this simple day-to-night routine for just 1 week? Just 7 days. Step out into that morning sun, put the screens away an hour before bed, and just see the difference it makes. Seriously, ask yourself this. If changing just a few small daily habits could give you back years of cognitive sharpness and physical vitality, what is really stopping you from starting tonight? Thanks so much for joining me today, and hey, sleep well.